10 seconds, Jen. Hi, I'm Claudia Burde, and my colleague here is Maureen O'Keefe from the LTTC at DIT, Dublin Institute of Technology. What we're going to be doing today is telling you about our use of social networking tools in education in DIT, concentrating on Twitter and Facebook and as they've been used in DIT. We'll get the hang of this eventually.
You're very brave to go first.
We didn't have a choice.
Okay, so the US research agency to learning technology, EDUCAUSE, did a survey in the past number of years in the use of social networking tools and social media sites across higher education in the US. 2006 saw 93% usage, and then towards 95% usage of those involved in higher ed. So with more and more requests for just questions regarding what's this Facebook thing? Can it be used for learning? Our students are using it, should we? Myself and Claudia set up workshops last year in relation to social networking. We had full workshops all the time, diverse range of people coming in from the alumni office, careers, and people involved with first year experience.
Well, if you do a search for DIT on Facebook, it brings up all DIT related activities. And that list there is not conclusive, so it just gives you a profile of the kind of things you get on by doing that search.
And many of the people who came along to workshops did subsequently set up work spaces on Facebook. One of the most successful Facebook projects in DIT this year was the Get Smart project. Mary O'Rourke set up a space, a group for students to join, mainly based at first year students, and she advertised events and workshops. Basically it was about enhancing their first year experience and getting them to use the third level environment.
Another person who would have used Facebook was Bob Omurku, who set up a Facebook page for DIT mature students. It was set up as a pre-induction exercise, and within a few weeks he had over 300 friends signed up. So which meant when the students came in for the proper induction, they kind of already knew each other. Another person in the School of Hospitality, Food and Tourism would be Louise Belly, who set up, she used Facebook for a reunion for alumni and also for the Erasmus students. Okay, now that's just some feedback from people who have used it. Bob found it more successful than Twitter, which he also set up. Louise found with the Erasmus students, because she didn't set it up on time, it hasn't been as successful, but she knows what she needs to do going forward. For the alumni, it worked very well, especially as she didn't have to go hunting for people's addresses or phone numbers. And the LTTC also have a Facebook page and a group on Facebook. We use both of them at the same time, and they're mostly used to push out information to other DIT staff who are on Facebook as well. The same information is replicated along on both sides, and it's pretty much a case of seeing which works best.
Okay, so this is a chemistry lecturer at DIT, Michael Siri. He's on the class of the MSc in Applied E-Learning, and also set up his own blog in relation to learning technology. One of the latest projects he undertook was reading around academic journals, seeing what they're saying about the use of social networking for induction of students. And so he analysed the literature and came back with certain things. Okay, so the literature is basically saying that yes, Facebook or social networking can be used to give a step towards providing a successful student transition experience, so enhancing that first year experience. The power of social media for induction, and it's very valid to use, and it spreads the load of the student as well. They don't have to absorb all the information at first. This graphic represents personal learning networks, and it's something that I've heard more and more about through the use of Twitter in the past year, that these social networking sites can develop personal networking paths for people. People are in charge of their own paths. It's informal learning, it's social learning, and seeing what other information they can get from other people. Moving on to Twitter. Claudia did a search to see what kind of Twitter users from DIT are available out there, and there are many different types of area. Staff members are using Twitter, the library is using Twitter, DIT official is using Twitter to push out information, to create announcements. But most prolifically, the Masters in Applied E-Learning at DIT are using Twitter. Number one, I suppose I'm a tutor on the course, and other tutors on the programme as well use Twitter to push out information, to communicate, to disseminate information. It can act as a questions and answers and discussion forum. At the start of the academic year, we tracked the tweets relating to the hashtag MSCEL using a tool called What Repeater. And to date there's been over 200 messages there, and the messages relate to I suppose information sharing, research questions and data collection. In Twitter itself there is a list tool or capability, and we can see here that I'm able to track also the student related queries that come in and answer those as they arise. Michael, the lecturer just spoke about, he's able to disseminate the new blog article that he's just written. My experience of using Twitter, and also I want to kind of discuss with the students that I liaise with, it is similar to what AJ McCann in the UK has found, and he runs Twitter workshops with UK higher educationists. Twitter can be a peer support mechanism among students. It can be used for data collection and also as well developing personal networks.
Having heard from what about the lecturers using Twitter and everybody else, we wanted to know more about the student perspective. And talking to students on the multi-line runways, they want more of this. The other thing as well is that they say using Facebook, Twitter provides a less formal environment with which where they can network with their peers.
Okay, so I suppose what I think, and I haven't seen tweets or research about this, is but the use of social networking is nearly learning about another type of literacy. And I kind of want to bring up the whole fruit bat gate thing. If anybody's on Twitter, you might have heard about fruit bat gate. And if you just Google it, see about fruit bats, it was in the media this week about kind of the use of social media for that. Oops, sorry. But yeah, at DIT we're going to develop something with regarding to best practice in the use of social networking and social media sites. Thank you very much.